Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and thank you all so much for being here. This morning we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget to follow us over on TikTok under the username TipRanks for some other great stock news updates as well. Now let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are currently in the red this morning. Right now, the Dow futures are down 0.04%, S&P 500 futures down 0.22%, and Nasdaq futures down 0.54%. Micron has announced a $40 billion investment in memory manufacturing here in the U.S. throughout the end of the decade. Micron Technology, the only U.S.-based manufacturer of memory, announced their $40 billion investment to build leading-edge memory manufacturing in multiple phases across the U.S. This will ultimately create up to 40,000 new American jobs, including approximately 5,000 highly paid technical and operational roles at Micron. Their domestic leading-edge manufacturing capabilities will ensure U.S. national security and supply chain resilience as demand for memory grows. Currently, analysts rate the Micron stock a moderate buy with an average upside of nearly 30%. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway now owns over 20% of Occidental Petroleum after a recent purchase of nearly $400 million. Now holding over 20%, Berkshire Hathaway should be able to include a proportionate amount of Occidental Petroleum's earnings in their financial results. Berkshire Hathaway has been steadily purchasing Occidental over this past year. Their holdings are now shy of 190 million shares. Of course, Warren Buffett's continued interest in the Occidental Petroleum stock has spurred speculation of potential buyout, though that has not been confirmed as of yet. Analysts currently rate the OXY stock a moderate buy with an average upside of over 25%. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba confirmed that their application to be listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange has been approved. This means the stock will become dual primary listed both in Hong Kong and the New York Stock Exchange where it currently trades. They said that the effective date of this primary listing in Hong Kong is expected to happen prior to the end of 2022. Analysts currently rate the Alibaba stock a strong buy with an average upside of 69%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. Last night, we heard from Novavax. Their stock is currently down over 30% following their earnings as the company slashed their future guidance. Novavax said they're adjusting their guidance to account for several evolving market dynamics. Previous expectations were at $4 to $5 billion for revenue, but have now been cut to $2 to $2.3 billion. It is said that the guidance reflects an unexpected shortfall in demand for COVID-19 vaccines. Novavax reported a Q2 loss of $6.53 per share, a wide difference from the estimated earnings of $5.51 per share. Analysts currently rate the stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 118%, though we haven't seen any price targets reiterated following the earnings as of yet. On a more positive note, we heard from GoodRX. Not only did they outpace analyst expectations, but more importantly, they announced that they resolved a previous issue with a large grocer. In their last quarterly earnings, they noted a dispute with a grocery chain that impacted their acceptance of discounts for a group of drugs. They had issued the impact at about $30 million for the previous quarter. However, they said that this is now resolved, and revenue for the current quarter rose 9% year over year. Analysts currently rate the GoodRX stock a hold with an upside of 32%, which it's already achieved in the pre-market so far. And last night, we also heard from Take-Two Interactive, who came out with disappointing results for their second quarter. Take-Two's non-GAAP earnings came in at 71 cents per share, missing analyst expectations of 87 cents. Their net bookings grew 41% to $1 billion, but was shy of the expectations of $1.11 billion. Analysts currently rate the Take-Two stock a strong buy with an average upside of nearly 38%. In the pre-market this morning, we heard from Spirit Airlines, who saw revenue grow 59% year over year. They reported a loss of 30 cents per share, better than the expected loss of 34 cents by analysts, and revenue of $1.4 billion, ahead of the $1.3 billion expected. Analysts currently rate their stock a hold with an average upside of 15%. Also beating analyst expectations was Capri Holdings, the name behind luxury brands such as Jimmy Choo, Versace, and Michael Kors. For their first quarter, they reported revenue of $1.50, outpacing the estimates of $1.34, and revenue of $1.4 billion, beating the expectations of $1.3 billion. Their revenue grew 8.5% year over year. Analysts rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of 37%. In the after hours today, we'll be hearing from Coinbase, Roblox, Trade Desk, and Plug Power. Now let's take a look at which stocks are this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by GoodRX following their earnings report. Trading under the ticker GDRX, the stock is currently up 38%. They're followed by Nielsen Holdings under NLSN, up over 20%, and Shockwave Medical under SWAV, up over 8%. And our biggest losers this morning are led by Novavax following their slashed future guidance. Trading under the ticker NVAX, their stock is down over 31%. They're followed by Car Gurus under the ticker CARG, down 15%, and Liberty Formula One stock under FWONA, down 14%. So that is going to be everything for Tuesday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments down below. I always appreciate hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here next time.